Imagine a car so luxurious, it makes you wonder if you're riding in a private jet on wheels. Welcome to the Mercedes Maybach GLS, the SUV that treats you like royalty. From its striking design and hallmark craftsmanship to its innovative tech and features that blow you off your chair, this masterpiece redefines everything you thought you knew about SUVs. Prepare to be amazed how the Mercedes Maybach makes everything else look average and turns ordinary into extraordinary. Let's go. As its name already suggests, the Mercedes Maybach GLS SUV is based on the regular Benz-branded GLS, with the only difference being one thing: elite extravagance. As the first ever Maybach SUV, it's like they took the GLS, gave it a tuxedo, and told it to own every road it touches. If you take a closer look and let its exterior captivate your senses, you can spot the Maybach logo on the rear pillars. Another exclusive detail is the Mercedes emblem on the hood, standing tall like a crown jewel instead of being buried in the grille like its other Benz siblings. This, along with its signature dual-tone color scheme, adds to the vehicle's distinguished presence. At the front, it's all about the iconic pinstripe grille, which you can complement by upgrading those already massive 22-inch wheels to 23-inch wheels that mirror that same kind of look. Speaking of upgrades, you can officially call yourself the proud owner of a Maybach SUV after dropping double the cash of the standard GLS. So yeah, nothing screams I've made it as much as this one. But if you're feeling extra fancy and want to max it out with the optional upgrades, you can surely launch that price tag straight into space. Yep, that's a lot of Benjamins. But comparing it to something like the Rolls-Royce Cullinan or a Bentley Bentayga, the GLS 600 suddenly feels like a real steal of a deal. Stepping into this beauty is almost ceremonial. Maybach didn't just want you to open the door and get in. They gave you fully automatic running boards, integrated into the body, that gently glide out to greet your steps during entering and exiting, which is quite surprising given the fact that the car really isn't that high. But because of the late founder Wilhelm Maybach's aspiration to, quote, create the very best from the very best, the brand thought, you know what? Let's throw in this subtle yet unmistakable flex of royal grandeur. Now, once you're in, don't forget to blink. After that grand entrance, you're met with the heart and soul of the Maybach, an interior so plush that it rivals the likes of Bentley and Rolls-Royce. Wherever you glance, you find an absurd amount of the finest leather, a tasteful continuation of the pinstripe look we saw earlier on the exterior, and almost every comfort-focused feature money can buy. Truth be told, you might not want to get out again, because every inch of the Maybach GLS is designed with sheer comfort and opulence in mind. This car truly feels like a chauffeur-driven car where the VIP relaxes in the back. Unlike its three-row cousin, the GLS, Maybach completely ditches the third row to make room for a supremely spacious backseat paradise that gives a first-class lounge experience instead. Both front and rear seats offer a spa-like menu of heat and massage functions, but those rear seats are the real place you want to be in. Here, you get two power-adjustable recliners that can tilt back up to 43.5 degrees alongside an extendable footrest for that reading chair-like experience. So you get acres of legroom, headroom, and shoulder room ready to make you forget what stress feels like. And if you get thirsty, there's even a built-in mini refrigerator that can fit 2 champagne bottles and can be further accessorized for champagne flutes. What? Now, the cargo space isn't as generous, but the German vehicle brand says there's still about 19 cubic feet of space behind the back seats, offering ample room for a handsome set of luggage. Exquisite Napa leather envelops every surface from the seats to the dash, and real wood trim adds a high-class touch. A panoramic sunroof welcomes the sun and the stars, and with large windows all around, it gives rear seat passengers a wide, open view to take in the surrounding sceneries. Not to mention the whisper quiet cabin, featuring double glazed windows to minimize outside noise, even in bustling urban areas. Now, if you zoom in on the tech scene, it's as modern as it gets. While most of the newer cars go for a curved driver LED, Maybach went with a straight one here. Up front, you have a massive state-of-the-art infotainment display that shows you everything you need to know and can respond to your natural voice commands. For those in the back, they get two 11.6-inch displays to play their favorite movies or control the sound system. And that is what practically transforms this car into a private concert hall. There are an incredible 27 speakers strategically placed throughout the interior that immerse you into a Brewmeister high-end 3D sound system, which is further elevated with Dolby Atmos. And if you're tired of charging your phone on the go, leave that to the wireless charging pad and close deals while cruising around. Another cool thing is that the Maybach has its own fragrance diffuser. Oh, what? That's right, its own fragrance diffuser with the scent of leather and spicy tea that lets you inhale the kind of aroma that whispers rich. Add customizable 64-color ambient lighting and a sophisticated climate system, and you get a nice 5-star sensory oasis after a hard day of rolling in dough. Despite its impressive size, luxury features, and a proud curb weight of 6,000 pounds, the Maybach GLS is surprisingly agile for an SUV of its class. Powered by a 4-liter bi-turbo V8 engine, cranking out 550 horsepower, this big boy launches from 0 to 60 in just 4.7 seconds. The engine delivers a solid performance, boasting impressive low-end torque that ensures you a quick burst of acceleration when the need arises. Counterparts like the Bentley Bentayga and the BMW Alpina XB7 might be a hair quicker, but the Maybach brings an edge with its assisting 48-volt hybrid system that gives you an extra yet silky smooth punch right off the start every time. You've got a range of 6 driving modes to play with, including Comfort, Sport, Maybach Curve, Off-Road, and Individual. Your driving experience reaches a whole new realm thanks to the Maybach's advanced air suspension system, which adapts in real time to whatever the road conditions. But the real star here is the Maybach mode, which has been specifically configured for chauffeur-driven customers. It makes the suspension focus even more on the backseat passengers, keeping them incredibly stable and ensuring a buttery smooth, cloud-like glide regardless of bumps and potholes. So while your driver is conquering the road, you're living your best life floating on air suspension. And what's even cooler is that the car leans into curves, almost like riding a motorcycle, which is surely a unique feeling, especially in a car. And for those moments when you want to make some jaws drop, the Maybach GLS SUV has a fun trick up its sleeve. The e-active body control that bounces you up and down. It's designed to get the vehicle unstuck from sand or mud by rhythmically bouncing to boost traction. But it also looks like the Maybach is doing its very own little dance with some serious moves. We can't stress it enough that when it comes to on-road comfort, you won't find a moment where you don't feel loved by the Maybach SUV. The airplane-like reclining rear seats are for sure the game changers here. With a plethora of adjustability, a zillion different pampering features, and a treasure trove of seat cushions, which by the way, you can order as many as your heart desires, you'll be lounging like a boss and will feel relaxed and fresh as a daisy even after hours on the open road. Between the 2 business class style seats, you get a high quality partition that serves as an armrest, houses 2 extendable and foldable tables, and carries the touchpad adorned with the Maybach logo. It elegantly flows downwards and merges with the center console towards the front seats. The automatic climate control quickly levels off the cabin temperature, but it might run a tad warmer than the thermostat suggests. Sound intrusion, that's minimal. The only thing you might be able to hear is maybe a little road noise if you're on a bumpy terrain. Otherwise, the Maybach GLS keeps your ride composed and utterly smooth, owning up to its e-active body control suspension. And there, you witness the unmatched comfort, effortless performance, and premium build the Mercedes Maybach GLS SUV is synonymous with. A car where luxury meets innovation in the most spectacular way. If you're serious about staying ahead of the curve, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and tap the bell icon to stay in the loop for more automotive luxury.